What's going on, everyone? What's going on, Japan? Gamers, everything. So it seems like every time I get up from something or a new day passes, there's something new with Ubisoft. It's like they're the topic of the year. It's kind of comical in a way. This doesn't surprise me right here, though, and I kind of feel like there's some manipulation going on with this too. It says that Tencent Guillemot family mulling buyout of Assassin's Creed maker Ubisoft. Bloomberg News report. So is Ubisoft going to become a Chinese Communist Party company? Hmm, that's going to be interesting. Oh, they're already far left. So yeah, this is going to be interesting, Japan, right? Let's go ahead and go down and see what else we have to say. They have to say. Recent holdings in Ubisoft Entertainment's founding Guillemot family are considered options, including a potential buyout of the Assassin's Creed maker. Bloomberg News reported on Friday. Guillemot brothers and Tencent have been speaking with advisors to help bolster Ubisoft's value and stabilize the company, Bloomberg said, citing people familiar with the matter. Ubisoft's share surged nearly 30% after the report of the buyout. The company had a market value of 1.39 billion euros, 1.52 billion as of Thursday close. One of the options being discussed, no wonder why they're stocking up a little bit, include taking a French video game maker private, the report said. So I guess if we look at that, that could make sense. Definitely given their track record. Tencent and the Guillemot family did not immediately respond to Reuters' request for comment, while Ubisoft declined to comment. Ubisoft shares have fallen more than halved in value so far this year, underperforming those of rivals as its recent releases fell short of expectations. Fell more than that. The company in September delayed the release of Assassin's Creed Shadows by 3 months and cut its net booking guidance. Reuters' exclusive report last week that Slovakia-based AJ Investments had the support of 10% of Ubisoft's shareholders in its mission to make the company private, sell it to a third party, or change upper management. Ubisoft is run by its founders, the Guillemot family, which owns 15% of the firm, followed by Chinese gaming giant Tencent, which owns just under 10%, according to LSEG data. Ubisoft shares set for the biggest one-day jump on record after takeover report. London Reuters shares in video game maker Ubisoft surged over 30% on Friday after Bloomberg reported that major shareholder Tencent and the Guillemot family's founders were considering a buyout of the company. Shares in the maker of Assassin's Creed were last up 27% at 13.4 euros, set for the biggest one-day jump on record. Ubisoft declined to comment on the report, which we saw recently earlier up there, and it says, 15-10%. We know about that. The stock went down 54% for the year at Thursday's close as the game maker cut its guidance and postponed the release of Shadows by 3 months. It is also facing pressure from activist investor AJ Investments, who called for the CEO change and urged it to go private or be sold, and said last week it's gathering support from 10% of its shareholders. Ubisoft is clearly a unique asset in the sector, and a number of major players have tried to penetrate the open world action adventure game genre that Ubisoft has mastered to perfection, he said. What? They have not mastered anything. They've been doing the same thing over and over again in the open world. At first, they were ahead. Definitely back, during the Far Cry 3 era. And they were definitely on the top of their game and ahead of the ballpark. There was a time where they were considered, meta for that. But then after a while, it got way too repetitive. It was the same thing over and over again. You get this big ass open world, and then you have a whole bunch of dog markers on it, and you're just overwhelmed and you just run to them. You know what I mean? So there was a time, like I said, if you look at Far Cry, you look at the first Watch Dogs, and you look at like the first Assassin's Creed games, they definitely did have that going. But saying that now, yeah, not even close, because Elden Ring blew that out of the water. Breath of the Wild, Zelda Breath of the Wild blew that out of the water. Skyrim blew them out of the water. I mean, when you start looking at these other people that are doing it, yeah, no, Ubisoft is behind big time and they're too repetitive. So, yeah, I don't know about that bull crap. But going back up here to looking at Tencent, um, this makes sense to me. And I don't know if y'all watched my recent videos, but we need to know. Uh, yeah, hold on. We need to know who owns Tencent. This guy right here, or who's the CEO. He's worth 50.3 billion US dollars. He's the one running the show here. So yeah, that's the guy right there. Yeah. So if we look over here so we can know who Tencent is, this is their president right here. Tencent Holdings is a Chinese multinational technology conglomerate and holding company headquartered in Shenzhen, China. It is one of the highest grossing multimedia companies in the world based on revenue. It is also the world's largest company in the video game industry based on its equity investments. They do a really good job with that. But you better believe that they've been having a hand in a lot of things that Ubisoft has been doing. So for this management to get changed, it's kind of like the way Microsoft bought Activision, you know what I mean? They want to clean them up and make them better. But it doesn't say that Ubisoft sold yet, but we could see that that would probably be the one who would buy them because they've been close together anyways. Definitely given the recent Assassin's Creed behavior that's been going on and the recent behavior with Star Wars, like there was just too much stupid moves going on in Ubisoft and they just don't know what they're doing. They're lost. And there definitely needs to be some change in the upper management and the roster. There needs to be some real developers there and people who know what they're doing so we can get back to gaming. They still have a ton of IPs. I mean, look, we still got Splinter Cell, we got Ghost Recon, you got the Division 3 that's supposed to be in development. And apparently, looking over here, Assassin's Creed Black Flag remake is closer than you think. We got the first one of Assassin's Creed Black Flag remake earlier this year, and information sent to Inside Gaming suggests that the game could be coming sooner than you might think. When rumors of the Assassin's Creed Black Flag remake began to circulate on the internet, many, including ourselves, assumed that the game would still be some years away from releasing. However, new details and documentation on the game sent to Insider Gaming under the condition that it does not go public suggest that the game is well into development and could be released much sooner than we all thought. But, you know, they got to deal with Shadows first. In fact, prior to the recent Shadows delay, which is understood to have affected the Assassin's Creed pipeline of content releases, the Assassin's Creed Black Flag remake, codenamed Obsidian, was to be released around November 2025, which will be around the same time that the series' multiplayer offering codename Invictus is to be released. Inside Insider Gaming understand that this part of Ubisoft's ramp-up strategy for the Assassin's Creed series will be seen around 10 Assassin's Creed titles of the various lengths and experiences released in the next 5 years. This includes Assassin's Creed codenamed Jade, a fully fledged mobile offering with the tentative date Q2 2025, fiscal year Q1 2026. Fortunately, the recent Shadows delay, which Kote said and staff in an internal email will impact the rest of the Assassin's Creed roadmap, may have skewed these dates a little. That being said, to some, Black Flag Remake is probably coming a few years earlier than some of us may have expected. Gameplay sent to Inside Gamer of the Black Flag Remake under the condition that it does not go public shows Edward Kenway selling a ship on the upgraded Anvil engine. What do you think of the release date of Black Flag? I don't think it's going to be there. It'll probably get delayed to 2026. But that's that. But yeah, so here's some information about that. Let me know what y'all think. Like, comment, and subscribe. I'm not surprised here. This will definitely change the way Ubisoft operates if China takes over because they operate a lot differently. All right, y'all. Peace out.